That is absolutely banging. That is off the charts. There you go. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, tandoori chicken, kachumber salad on open toasted sandwiches. Let's do it. In here, chicken tenders. Now, we did a recipe the other day and I've got a lot of comments saying, tender chicken. What is tender chicken? Well, basically that is part of the chicken breast. You get the whole chicken breast and you always have that little bit of a tender come off the side. Now, some supermarkets or manufacturers, whatever, serve up the chicken breast and they've cut the tenders off. Or you can get whole chicken breast with tender on. So these are the tenders that have been taken off the chicken breast. There you go. First job for us then is to actually get a marinade on this chicken, okay? Now, with them being chicken tenders, we can just cut them across like that. And you'll get a nice piece of chicken in your toasted sandwich. And with them being chicken tenders, they don't really need much cooking. That makes them fantastic for recipes like this. Want to marinate up this chicken. Now it's a straightforward bog standard marinade. In there with some yogurt. We'll put that down the side like that, and then we can chuck the spices all over that chicken. Want a little bit of lemon juice in there. About a tablespoon, somewhere around about there. A little bit of oil. Garlic ginger paste. And some Kashmiri chili powder. Now, Kashmiri chili powder is not spicy as such, but brings a nice little redness to this. Got cumin and coriander. Now, you know, you can actually buy one of those packets, tandoori packets, you know, and you don't have to use all these individual spices. That's up to you. A little bit of garam masala, a little bit of turmeric, and we want to be going in there with some salt. You can do pepper as well if you want, up to you. And then we get a glove on, because if not, you're going to end up with yellow hands. And we give it all a mix in. Come on. And that is our marinade. 4 hours overnight, up to you. Beautiful. Okay, we could be making up a nice, quick kachumber salad. Now we mix most of it and we leave the salt and things to the end. We've got a couple of tomatoes we're going to dice up. Now if you want to slice, feel free, slice. Up to you. I'm just going to dice it. Big as small as you like. In that bowl. Got a cucumber. And to do the same with the cucumber, we want some dice. Green chili. Fine sliced. In there. Now we want a small red onion sliced. Now keep a little bit back to chuck over at the end. The rest in there. Now don't do anything more to it than that. We're going to be adding a little bit of salt, cumin, coriander, etc., a little bit of lemon juice. But if we did that now, this would be swimming in water. We don't want that. We do want a nice mint raita. Now you can really cheat on this one. You know, you could just use Coleman's Garden mint and stir it through. We're going to actually make it a little bit more fresh. So this is actually fresh mint. Now we want some mint leaves. We don't want to be chewing stalk in there, do we? But we want those leaves. A couple of tablespoons of this in there. So we want to give that a little mincing over and get that in that yogurt mix. Then we're going to do some coriander or cilantro in there. And we want some fresh coriander. Give that a scrudging up. In there. Want a pinch of cumin in there. A little bit of salt. And we're going to go a little bit of sugar. We're going to give that a mix up and we're going to stick it in the fridge. We actually want a little bit of lemon in there as well, actually, just to brighten it. About a teaspoon. There you go. Delicious. In the fridge. Okay, we're just going to run a knife over some coriander for that kachumber salad. And we'll just put a little bit to one side. Just run a knife over that lot. We can actually bring that back in there and chuck some of that in there. Like that. This lot we're just going to put to one side to sprinkle. Now grab yourself a pan. Now it's an oil or ghee one for this. In there. A little bit of ghee. Those are going to ask, amul ghee, the white one. You have buffalo ghee and cow ghee. Cow ghee is the yellow one. The white one is buffalo ghee. You normally fry with the white one. And you eat the cow ghee, drizzle over. There you go. Now we're going to have a bit of a stir fry on this chicken. In there. And we want a little bit of a tinge on there, so just leave it in there. Now I will crowd the pan, but you know, it's not advisable to. But all this will cook in there, so why mess around? So we're going to cook this. We want about 8 to 10. Just keep turning it over. Make sure it's cooked all the way through. Give them a little turning when you think you've got a little bit of colour on there. Swap them around in the pan if some's cooking more than others. You always get that, don't you? Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, I think we've got that. Want that chicken out of there. Into a bowl to rest. Now this one is butter ghee. We want to use that in there. So in there with a little bit of butter ghee. We're going to take the bottoms of our sandwiches and we're going to soak up some of that butter in there and that chicken flavouring that's been going on. Give these a light little toasting And if you've got enough in there, chuck the tops in. Now, I'm not really bothered about toasting every bit of the bread. I want a crunchy toast in there. I want that smoky flavour. And I want soft. I want to be able to eat it like a sandwich, but it's up to you. You can toast it all over and have it crunchy. I'll have just a little bit on the bottom. That is soaked with that flavour of that chicken and that ghee. That is a proper butty right there. Now don't forget, these are the bottoms. That out onto there. Grab your tops. This is actually giving us that fabulous smoky tandoori flavour on our bread. That will do. Okay, bring back in our kachumber. We want a little bit of lemon juice in there. Nice little bit of lemon. Want a pinch of cumin. And we want some chaat masala. Now if you don't have chaat masala, salt. And you can do a little bit of black pepper. Give that a quick mix over. And that is our kachumber salad made. That is awesome. There you go. On there, at bottom, some of our mint yogurt sauce in there. Let's put just a little bit of kachumber on there, and then let's stack the chicken over the top on there. And of course, we're making it, we're eating it, you stack it out, come on. A little bit more of that on there. You see, you just put on what you want. You don't really have to be too fancy. A little bit more of that mint sauce on there. A little bit of coriander. A little bit of red onion. And stick that top on. Give it a squidge. And look at that. Is that the ultimate summer sandwich? That is absolutely banging. That is off the charts. There you go. We are in. I mean, look at this. Look how moist and tender that chicken is. That's the beauty about cooking chicken tenders. Very quick, very easy, very moist. You don't overcook it, it's easy. There we go, come on. Oh, we got all that soaked in there, look, that ghee. That is an amazing, amazing sandwich. That is absolutely incredible. And I mean incredible. Let's just take this chicken just to show you. Quite a decent piece of chicken, that, look. In there, we're making a mess, look. Look how juicy, soft that chicken is in there. Perfect. Oh yeah. That is absolutely amazing, and do you know what? I love a sandwich you get covered in. Oh, I absolutely love it. Our kachumber salad. As fresh as it comes. That little bit of lemon in there. A little bit of chaat masala. Now if you don't have chaat masala, you'll just add a little bit of salt. Oh, it's amazing, and he's got a little bit of cumin through there. What a fabulous sandwich, look at that. There you go. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends, tell them how easy it is to make tandoori chicken and kachumber salad. We've got that lovely mint yogurt raita on there as a dressing rather than a dip, but you can have it as a dip as well. There you go, fantastic. If you like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next video. Yes, please.